Welcome to Sunday. Got my sweater on for the start of the season. We just went through the autumnal equinox. I hope you experienced something on that day a couple days ago on the 22nd. I definitely I felt that shift and honored it. Let's close our eyes and ground down into this moment where we're opening up the portal of the present moment. So letting the eyes close down, letting the sits bones grow rooted into the earth, letting the pubic bone have a little bit more weight to it, so you can feel that the four corners of the hip, shoulder grow further apart from each other. So it's like the X from one shoulder to one hip, the opposite hip, and the other shoulder to the opposite hip. We grow that X a little bit longer. The collarbones are wide. And we start with a breath. A soft, long breath. And as we feel the breath enter our body, we're tethered to the only true thing, which is now. Now is here, and as the teachings of Eckhart Tolle point us to, or any of the masters, it's really the only true thing. And the quickest way to experience the now is to connect with the breath. So watching the breath as it enters the body, and noticing where you are today. Not commenting or judging, but just noticing where is love in your body, where is anxiety or hesitancy or fear in your body. And then letting go of any sort of attachment to those feelings. Just staying in the noticing. And we're just going to connect to a box breath here. So exhaling out, finding the next exhale, and really letting the exhale fully release. And then slowly inhaling to the fullest breath that you can find in your body. Once you find that fullest breath, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly exhaling out all the way to the bottom, emptying the lungs. And as you empty the lungs, give a final push at the end. So you really are empty, and then hold in that empty space for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then trying in a slow way to bring air into the body, not in a desperate, I'm gonna die if I don't get breath in my body. Bringing the breath as full as possible, expanding the lungs and behind the collarbones, and holding the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling the breath out entirely, all the way through the abdominal, and at the end, giving a final push so that all the breath is out. And then holding the breath out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly enter. All the way up, feeling behind the collarbones and shoulder blades and holding the full embodiment of breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling our final breath out in this box breath. Exhaling it out at the final last tail bit of the breath, really giving it a push so that you're empty for a moment and holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Letting breath fill the body in an easy way. Letting go of the box breath. Checking into your stance. Are you rooted into the earth with your pelvis? Is the tailbone and the pubic bone balanced here? Can you extend that X from the shoulder to the opposite hip? So you're going a little bit wider, a little bit taller, a little bit longer, taking up a little bit more space, and then just letting the body be breathed. Bringing the hands together in a prayer position with the thumbs resting at the sternum of the heart, and bowing the head in a slight offering to the wonder, to the love that is a synonym of spirit and God. The love that always exists in the body below the torment of the brain. The slower, softer hum, bowing the head in gratitude for being here. Nice. And letting that go. Awesome. We're going to start with some circles in this position. So just finding some Sufi circles here, moving the rib cage around. And as you come to the back, really opening the shoulder blades, bringing the head forward maybe a little bit, and then arching as you come forward, winding, and reverse the circle. Circling, opening up the ribs, and then leaning back, changing the position of your leg cross so the other one's in front, and then we'll go to that same circle side, winding here, really finding the place that you want to skip over here and slowing down instead of skipping. This class is going to be a little bit more of intuitive, mindful movement. So I'll be giving some cues, but this is all about tapping into how you want to move, not that there's a particular right way. The intuitive nature of the knowing self, reversing that circle and finding the kinks that new, if maybe we can feel breath as love can come into. Nice. Extending the arms out wide, raising the hands, interlace the fingers, pressing up. Bringing that left hand down to the ground and reach the right hand over, gazing up. gazing down to that left hand, gazing at the thumb, bringing the right hand down to meet the left hand, feeling that opening of the side body, and spider fingers to the center, reaching forward, and then stacking the head back up, reaching up, interlacing the hands the opposite way, the strange way, the uncomfortable way, pressing the hands up, reaching the right hand down to the earth, leaning over, gazing up, gazing down, bringing both hands to the mat. Ooh. Spider fingers to the center, reaching forward, reaching back. Bringing the feet to the ground, taking out whatever you're sitting on. The feet on the ground in front of you. We're going to let the knees fall to the left and arch up, and then let the knees fall to the right and arch up. And then taking this position, sweep that right foot forward and over, and then come back to that neutral. So we're coming into a little bit of like modern dance moves, but find how it lives in your body. So coming into knees up and feet down, and then you sweep the outside towards the other. So it's like we come into like a little kind of curved ball situation. And find how the tempo lives in your body. Exhale. Inhale when you come to center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And now we're going to take it over and come all the way to a plank. And then come back down. If that feels too much, you can just keep it in the earlier one, all the way into a plank. So you're facing away from me in that plank, coming back into the center, all the way into a plank. Oh, warming the body up. Plank. Yeah. Plank. And see if you can now bring your arms up when you come into the center. Come into a plank. Up. And plank. Couple more times. Are you feeling the blood move in the body more? Yeah. Plank. And coming back to center. Nice job. Okay, hands and knees. That felt fun. Coming into your hands and knees. Tabletop position. Feeling that blood move in the body a little bit more. Let's do a little bit of cat-cowing just to warm up the spine. As the energy lives on the spine, and all the centers of the chakras just live on that spinal line. It's good to just feel it. And then coming into circles of the tail and the head. So the tail and the head go to the same side, and then they go to the same side. When you curve up into your cat, really spread your shoulder blades. So like, again, you've got the crayon on your tail, the crayon on your unicorn, you're just like you're like an art unicorn. And you're making big circles on the pads of paper that are happening at the same time. And reversing those circles, Going the other direction. Noticing where the tightness exists. Where you want to skip over. Nice. Coming back into that Halloween cat. The navel comes into the spine. Bringing the knees back like 1 inch. Bringing the chest over the hands. And then we'll come down. Knees, chest, and chin are going to touch the body. Bending the elbows. Coming the chest to the ground. And then coming forward into a light cobra here. Holding this light cobra, lifting the hands off of the ground, pressing the hands back into the ground, lifting up a little bit further. Once again, lifting the hands off the ground, bringing the hands behind the sacrum, the tailbone, interlace, pressing out, knuckles towards the feet, toenails are clicking down into the earth, gazing forward. Arms come alongside the ears now, lifting up the feet off the ground and swim, 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 swim. Click the heels together. There's no place like them. There's no place like them. Pressing back into the ground, coming back into hands and knees and back into child's pose. Bringing the head up so you're stacked in a kneeled position, tucking the toes under here. So let me take off my socks here. This is where we're going to aim for our, actually like bringing our pinky toes to the ground here. And sitting in this position for a moment, it's kind of an intense stretch on the feet. As we tuck our toes under, we find the breath. And let's do that box breath once again. Inhale all the way in and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out all the way. Navel to spine. Push that last bit of breath out and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way in, holding at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale all the way out. Exhaling, exhaling, final push. Find that exhale breath and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. It's very intense on the feet. You can kind of kick out the feet there. That's nice. All right, tucking the toes under for downward facing dog, our first downward facing dog of this session. Maybe it's the first of your day. Finding where that dog lives in your body, stretching out in that intuitive way. How do you want to stretch your body in this moment? Listening to the body. Yes, rolling. Maybe stretching out an ankle, 1 or 2. Fix my. Finding that downward dog. Nice. And coming into a plank position. Finding that plank. Bending the knees. Bringing the sits bone back, straighten the knees into downward dog. So coming into that flow, that kind of little vinyasa, lifting the heels, coming forward into plank, navel comes to spine, holding the plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bending the knees, sticking the butt out, coming back into a bent leg, downward facing dog, straightening the leg, downward facing dog. Once again, lifting the heels, navel to spine, coming forward into that plank, shoulder blades on the back, holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending the legs. Sticking out the bum, straightening the legs. Nice. Lifting up that left leg up towards the sky, opening up the hip, bending the top leg, bringing the heel to the bum, then extending, straightening out that leg, squaring off the hips, pressing back with that back left leg like you're making a footprint onto the wall behind you, and then bringing the knee into the chest, giving the knee a kiss, and press back. Bringing the knee into the left, right above the elbow, kissing right above the elbow, and pressing back. Bringing the knee to the right elbow, kissing, and bring it back. And bringing the knee again into the chest, coming into the kiss, and instead step forward into a long lunge. Finding that long lunge with the left foot firmly planted into the ground. The right toes are tucked. The right thigh is lifted. The hip bones are squeezing in. Almost give it a magnetic pull to the knees as if they were coming in on the diagonal together. And now from that strength of your feet, we're going to lift the hands up into a crescent pose. Interlace the fingers once again, straighten the arms, gaze up, bend that front knee more generously than you are. And opening up into a warrior two, gazing over the middle fingernail. Collarbones are wide, knee is bent. Check into the placement of that knee. Is it right above the ankle? And then straightening that front leg, bringing the left arm up. And so this is a triangle, reverse triangle. Left arm up, right arm is sneaking down towards the knee, opening up the side body, bending that front knee now, bringing the elbow to the left knee. The right arm comes alongside the ear, so you've got a long, nice diagonal. That diagonal is from the fingertips all the way to the outside of the foot. And finding that breath. Inhale, exhale. And then inhale, left arm comes up, reverse side angle. Left arm is up. Inhale, straighten the leg. Coming into triangle. Reach out the left arm like you were reaching for the future, reaching for your dreams here, over the left foot, and then taking that whole position on the arms come long, triangle position, pressing the feet into the ground, reaching up with the right hand while you reach down with the left. The hand can be on the shin, hand can be hovering, pulling the feet isometrically together. Nice, very good. And bending into warrior two once again. Coming through that cycle of poses one more time. So we'll lift the left arm up in this reverse warrior, straighten into a reverse triangle, bending the left leg, elbow comes to the mid thigh, right hand comes up, side angle pose, long side angle pose, gazing up with the chest, spreading the hips wide, coming back into warrior two, straightening the leg, exhale, triangle pose, Legs are straight, arms are perpendicular to the ground. And coming back into warrior two, cartwheeling the hands back to the earth. Pressing back into plank, lowering knees, chest, chin to the ground. Baby cobra up, click the toenails down into the earth. Fingertips on the ground. Inhale, exhale, bring the cheek to the ground. Relax for a moment. Pressing the hands back alongside the nips. Child's pose. Let the knees be wild. Let the knees be wild. Wild out in this pose. Wide in this pose. As you let the hips open. Letting the belly spill out between the knees. Connecting once again to the breath. Coming back, hands and knees. One little cat and cow. From the cow, from the Halloween cat. It's kind of like a Halloween. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. All the way up, lifting, opening, knee is up towards the sky, heel is aiming for the bum, center out, three-legged dog, pressing the heel back into the wall that would be right behind you, making a footprint into that wall, and bringing the knee in. Kiss the knee. Exhale, footprint. Knee in, kiss the right elbow. Exhale, footprint behind you. Knee in, left elbow. Footprint right behind you. Knee in, give it another smooch. One. And step forward into that long lunge. Feeling the length of the lunge here. And how the breath can come into the hips, all the way into the hips. Fingertips on the ground, pressing into the earth with your feet, gathering the self as you come into a crescent pose, lifting the arms up, interlacing the palms the opposite, the strange way, opening up in that long side body, and pressing into the bend of that front knee just a little bit more, and then opening up into warrior two on the other side. Coming into warrior two, our heel of our front leg is in line with the arch of the left leg. Arms are long. Hips are wide. Spread the hips further apart from each other. Gaze over the middle finger. Yeah. Give fear the middle finger. I feel like fear is the opposite of love. So acknowledging that all of it comes from fear. All of the worry comes from fear. Taking the step into love. Nice. Reverse this, warrior. So the right arm comes up to the sky, left arm comes down the back leg love, reaching up, bending that knee in more kind of graceful determination, opening up this side body, straightening the leg, the front leg. So we're in a reverse triangle, reaching out, arms to the side again, we'll come into a triangle, pressing the feet into the ground. The hips come back to behind us, back to the back side of the mat. The rib cage reaches out over that front leg. So your arm is hovering over the front foot, and then bring that position of the arms into perpendicular from the ground for triangle pose. Triangle pose, breathing into this pose. Bending the front leg, bringing the elbow to the mid thigh. The left arm comes into side angle pose. So we've got a long diagonal from the tips of the fingernails all the way to the outside of the left foot. And the body is kind of gazing up towards the sky as the knee of the front leg is really firmly in that, aiming towards 90 degrees. Coming back into warrior two, a strong, graceful warrior, reversing the warrior, leaning back, straightening the front leg, reverse triangle, reaching out both arms, coming into our triangle again, reaching out over the front leg, coming into triangle, gazing up towards the thumb if you can. And then bending the knee, bringing the elbow to the mid thigh, left arm comes alongside the ear. So the bicep is right alongside the ear, opening that left nipple, blinking up towards the heavens. And coming back into warrior two. One more time, straightening the leg, reverse, triangle position, right arm comes up to the sky. Reach out, both arms long, coming into our triangle, hips to the left, reach over the right foot, coming into our triangle. Bending the leg, coming back into warrior two, cartwheeling the hands back into the lunge. Framing the foot, stepping back, plank, knees, chest, chin to the ground. And now listen carefully, I want you to push back up, pushing back up. We're going to do a couple of these kind of knees, chest, and chin push-ups. They're not easy, but I'm here for you. Okay, so elbows and shoulders stacked over the hands, butt is back, knees are down, toes are tucked, bringing the elbows bent all the way down to the ground, chin rests on the ground, and then pressing arms into the ground. Oh my gosh, that's good. Okay, coming into child's pose. We'll do two more of those. You can do it. Okay, tucking the toes. Bending the elbows all the way down to the ground. Oh, pressing back up. Child's pose. Two more. You got it. Coming back. Bending the elbows. Elbows come alongside the body. Down to the ground. Last time. Pressing. Oh my God, I can't. I tried. Okay. Okay, last time. Do as much as you can do. Coming into knees, chest, and chin and pressing back up. Okay, stacking. Elbows come alongside and press back up. Oh, that's the last time. Coming to child's pose. I just don't like push-ups, but that's the best I can do. Okay, nice work. Oh, stacking up, coming back into a hero's pose and finding the breath and how it lives in the body. Bringing the hands to the ground, tucking the toes, straightening the legs, coming into a forward bend at the back of your mat. Releasing the head out, shaking the head out. No, shaking it out. Yes.
Bending one leg at a time. Bringing the left hand in between, right in front of the feet, and the right hand comes up to the sky. And bring that hand down. Left hand comes up to the sky. And bringing that down. Bending the knees. Exhale. Inhale, straighten, lift above the kneecaps. Bending the exhale. And straighten, lifting above the kneecaps. And slow as you can, stacking the vertebrae one at a time as you roll up, head being last. Coming into a standing position at the back of our mat. Rolling the shoulders. Really rolling the shoulders here. Finding all the nooks and crannies. Let's just roll one shoulder at a time like we're swimming in the ocean without arms. Roll, roll, roll. Oh. Yes. So nice. Rolling here. And now let's bring this into full arm swings. So like making big circles with your arm. And now let's do one at a time. So one, yeah, so it's like you're doing the backstroke. And bring a little bit of a knee drop into it. Once again, connecting to the breath and reveling in this body that we have. And then let's swim forward. So front crawl. One at a time, the arms come over the head. And now let's bring our arms both swinging to the right and then bring them like to the ears and then swing out to the left. They swing down, in, over, swinging around, bring it into the ears, bending the legs, and then sending. It's like you're bringing a thought into your head and then you're sending it off. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Find how the feet can support this movement. Bending into the center. Nice. And then bringing the thought from the other side. So gather the thought, bring it into the head, and then send it out into the world, swinging down to the bottom. Yes. And find how this can be also a suggestion of how maybe you want to express the move. Coming back into the center. Bowing the body forward, bringing the arms up, and then arching the chest, arms come back, swinging down. So this comes into this kind of move where you are opening and then swinging, opening, swinging, opening, swinging, opening, swinging, finding the breath in this body, swinging, curving and arching. And now coming into the center again, watching me for a second. So we're going to step out to the side, open like you're holding the earth, and then coming back into the center, swinging down. So this is kind of like has roots in African dance, this move. Exhale, swing down. Inhale, open wide as you step out. Exhale, swing down. Inhale. Exhale. Ah. Now I'm finding that the breath kind of likes to be there, the swing and out in the step. Exhaling with each opening for me. And like I said, finding how this movement lives in your body doesn't necessarily have to look like mine. Finding the swing down and the open up, atlas to the side, swing down, open up. Oh. And letting that go. And finding some hip circles. Finding some circles of the hips. Opening up the hips. Try for a second to keep still the rest of the body and just find the hips circling, circling, circling. And now keep the hips still and we'll move our rib cage around. Oh. And now keeping our hips and our rib cage still, moving our head. Isolations. Maybe head circles like from the neck, opening the neck. Circling the other way. And then once again, chest opens. 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 Let's just go front and back with the chest. Front and back with the chest. Arch. Curl. Arch. Curl. And now front and back with the hips. Front, tuck, and back. Tuck it under. Stick the butt out. Tuck it under. Stick the butt out. Tuck it under. Stick the butt out. Let's do again circles of the hips. Let's bring the whole body into these circles. So I did this a couple of classes back, but it's like you're in the middle of a bowl and you've got a rubber spatula and you're really trying to get the frosting out of the bowl. The rubber spatula is your body. You are a rubber spatula. Really try to open up into that circle. Nice, reversing the circle. Feeling the awakening of the body and the moments dedicated to movement in the body and breath in the body so that we can be more present. Knowing that the mind is not the end of our existence, but rather we have a whole existence beyond where the mind takes us, and we live in the body with the breath in the body. Nice. Okay, making circles with the knees like a little flapper, go boop boop beep doop. Circle the other way with the knees. Boop boop beep doop. Nice. Let's stand on one leg and we'll do foot circles. Really spreading out the toes as you circle here. Bending the knees. Stir the bowl from the knee down. Other direction. Stirring the bowl. And now we're going to stir with our knee. So we're going to make a figure eight. Circle here and then circle behind you. Circle here in front. Circle behind you. Finding that balance. Circle behind you. Circle here. Circle behind you. Making it a little bit larger. Nice. Coming into a lunge. We're going to do 10 kicks in front of us. So strong lunge. Kick.
1, kick, 2, kick, 3, kick, 4, coming into a light lunge, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Let's go back into that rubber spatula, really cleaning the frosting, circling around, finding the breath, moving through the body, opening the muscles, opening our conduit. We are just a conduit for the creative impulse to be expressed, reversing the circle. And left leg. Oh wait, knees. Let's do the knees. I like this move. Circling around with the knees, warming up the knees like a cheeky little 20s slapper. Circling the other way. And standing on the right foot, foot circles, really spreading the toes as you circle it out. Reversing the circle. And bending the knee, stirring the batter. Stir it up, finding how balance lives in you today and not judging if you're falling out of it. Reversing the circle of that batter. Nice. And now the knee is where we're stirring a figure eight in front of us and then making a circle behind us. Circling in front of us, circling behind us, circling in front of us, circling in front of us. Stepping into a lunge, we'll do 10 kicks. Left side, kick. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Shake it off, shake it out, grab some water. Oh, it feels good to move with you. Let's actually shake it out. Shake out all of what you don't need going forth for this day. Shaking it out. Shake it up. Shake it. Give it a shimmy up top. Shake your booty. Shake one arm. Shake the other arm. For a moment, let's actually act like a tantrum 2-year-old. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Nice. Okay, great. Okay, let's move down to the ground, close out our little session. You're doing so great. Coming to the front of your mat, let's roll down. First, drop the chest to the chin to the chest, and then roll the shoulder blades open as you roll down all the way into a forward bend, bending the knees. Exhale, inhale, straighten the knees, bending the knees. Exhale, stepping back into plank
And final knees, chest, and chin all the way to the ground. And cobra here, pressing into the earth, pressing back, child's pose. Relaxing the head onto the earth, rolling out where that intuitive nature is kind of held. We can stimulate our intuition here, pressing back into hands and knees, tuck, like crossing the ankles, and then sitting back onto our booties, coming into a seated position. Arms come around the knees, hugging the knees. And then hands come right below the knees, and let's roll down one vertebrae at a time, coming to just the top of the sacrum, and then we'll roll back up again, bringing the chest coming through, gazing up to the sky. Exhale, rolling down, coming just to the top of the sacrum, and inhaling. Shoulder blades come back, hugging behind the heart. Arms come back behind us, behind our booty here. And we thrust our hips up towards the sky. So this is a crab kind of position, rolling the head back into kind of the nestled shoulder blades. It's like a little pillow there, and driving the hips forward up towards the sky. And coming back down to a seated position, gazing forward, bringing the hands to the knees, chest comes up, grow tall, roll back down to the top of your sacrum, bringing the arms back behind the bum and pressing back up into this reverse tabletop or crab, and opening the front of the body, sitting back down. Arms come up, back up to below the knees, chest comes through. Reach out your arms, bring your feet together, your knees together, hug your thighs together as you roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the earth. And release the arms and the legs out. The left leg comes in. We cradle the left leg. Still see me? Bring that left knee over to the right side in a simple twist as we gaze over to the left. Reach out so that your shoulder blade comes further away from your body. Bringing the knee back in, hugging the knee to the chest, interlacing the hands behind the thigh, straightening the leg as much as possible, finding that circle again with the foot, really spreading the toes wide as you circle around, and then reversing the circle. Grabbing a little further up towards the ankle, pulling, and then knee bends, release the knee and release the leg long. Bringing the other leg into the chest, grabbing at that knee and squeezing out to the right and then over to the left as we bring the right knee over to the left. The right arm extends. The distance between the knee and the hand increases as we gaze over to the right side. Breathing into this twist. Bring the knee back into the chest, squeezing that tight. Interlacing the hands behind the thighs, straightening the leg, circling the foot, Really spreading the toes as you come to the flex position, opening up the ankle, straightening the leg, reverse the other direction. Bringing the knee back into the chest, hugging there. Release the leg out, coming into our Shavasana. Not skipping past this pose, as it's ultimately the most important. Really soaking in the benefits of the practice. And feeling how the increased blood movement in the body and the focused time, focusing on how the body moves, brings us away from the torment of our brain, the top of the wave, and into the heart as the deep ocean. Finding two more parts of your body that you could relax even more. That you're potentially holding. Relaxing the jaw, letting the eyeballs sink back into the head. Letting the hips grow wide. Finding the points of light on all your joints. Like little stars. And each star that is in every joint in your body, which there's quite a few, there is a feeling of extreme effortlessness. Noticing when a thought takes you away from this experience, not judging it, but just gently bringing it back. And floating on the breath, resting in loving awareness. Breathing in sunshine. And breathing out black, cloudy smoke. Taking the breath deeper into the body, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, rolling over to your right side, coming into a child's position. Fetal position, the earliest child. Pressing gently up into seated. Taking a breath into the body. Exhaling. Hands come to the heart space. Bowing the head.
Namaste. It gives me such joy to meet with you here. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you for this hour. Happy autumn.
Om Shanti.
Oh,